Welcome back to Latest Juice. We're back to deliver content that you guys love and help you make sure the juice is worth the squeeze.
So much talk about a woman's body, her choice, and like that.
Yeah.
My question is, if we give a woman the right to opt out of motherhood,
Right.
should we also give a man the right to opt out of fatherhood and 18 years of child support?
I agree. You don't agree?
No, I don't know.
But if a mom walks into an abortion clinic and says, you know what, I'm not feeling this, and gets an abortion, the dad has no say, how come this mom can't, let's just say it's a one-night stand, just hypothetical, and the mom comes back to the dad and is like, hey, I'm pregnant. Why can't he opt out if she was able to say, hey, I don't want this baby? It's a double standard.
Well, he could obviously sign his rights away, but he cannot physically make
He
somebody
can't,
have an
but he
abortion.
can't sign his rights away because he has to pay child support.
I mean,
He is legally bound by child
to be
support.
honest, that's just the way it is.
I know, but do you think it's right?
You can't tell a woman to have an abortion. Like, that's it.
I know, but do you think it's right that a mom can say, I don't want this baby, but a dad never can?
I mean, I just think that's just the way it is.
But do you think it's right?
I mean,
Yes or no? I don't think it's right. I think the whole system's
We
on
spend
about that.
so much time talking about a woman's choice.
Right, but the man doesn't have one.
But my only point is, what reproductive rights does a man have?
None.
A win for men, indeed. If you gave the men the right to opt out of child support and didn't reward women on welfare with more money if they got more kids, you'd find a whole lot more women showing responsibility up front, deciding what they want to do with their body before they have kids and not after.
Basically, if a man wants to be a big man, he needs a big wallet.
Okay, and what else?
If a man wants to be dominant, he needs money.
Okay, go on.
If a man wants to be head of the household, he better be paying for that entire household. Because you know it's not his leadership skills that are doing it.
I'm noticing a theme here.
If a man wants you to take care of him, he better have the money to make sure that you have the energy to do so.
So it's just about money, is it? Okay.
If a man wants to be pampered, he better make sure that you don't need to spend your time working so that you can pamper yourself first during the day.
It's really nice to see that money is still the all-motivating factor in relationships, at least for some.
Do you see where I'm going with this?
Oh, I think we can all very clearly see where this is going. But just to reiterate, what's it all about?
The answer will always be that he pays.
I notice with a lot of these takes that some of these individuals seem to have something in common. They don't want to be treated as equals. No, they want to be treated as better than their partner. And they feel, it seems, that the man should just be grateful for having a woman in his life. Well, I think a lot of men out there would be grateful for having an equal partner and not a sponge.
They're all about the money. What is really crazy is that when these women talk about why the man they want, they only talk about money, the man paying, their financial independence, their looks, what they bring to the table, etc. And none of them say they can be a great mother, can be compassionate, loving, supportive, and will build a great future with their partner.
I'll tell you right now, if you got a man who pays all the bills, your job is very easy. Cook, clean, suck, shut the and y'all can call me a pick-me all you want to. Some of y'all be signing up to be baby mama number 5 for a dude who ain't never paid a bill in his life. I don't think you have room to talk about me, ma'am. I'm sorry. Your judgment can't be trusted.
It's that simple. Life is quite simple for women, if they choose to have it that way. But no, their constant need for validation, to compete, to argue, and then regret their decisions makes them think there must be something wrong with the simple life.
Oh, okay. So if a wife wakes up before her husband to make his breakfast and pack his lunch, she needs to stop babying him because he needs some responsibility. But if a husband were to do the same exact thing for his wife and wake up before her to pack her lunch and make her breakfast, you have it so good. You have the best husband ever. Yeah, the double standard. And I think a certain gender may be a little entitled.
That gender definitely is entitled and takes things for granted. That certain gender has many double standards, and this is one of them.
Yo, how y'all doing? What's your name? Y'all sisters? What's your name?
I'm Unity.
Unity? TC? Cali? Where y'all from? Here?
Michigan.
You from Michigan? I'm from Detroit. Y'all mind if I will grab one of you? Who's single? You single? She single? You got something going on? Yeah. Unity, you think I can grab your number?
I don't know what you think.
What kind of is that?
Damn, she's shaking the dice for you?
I don't think so. I don't really give my number out like that.
For real?
Yeah.
Okay, well, bet. It was nice to meet you all. For sure. Thought they was young.
Gotcha!
Huh?
Actually, give me a second. What's
Second.
your name again?
Gold diggers. Enough said.
I just wanted to take you on a date, but like, it's because, you know, I ain't take you on a date in a minute.
And now you're asking me to pay for half of the date. I don't understand.
Am I wrong? I just told you
You're
I ain't got it.
hella wrong. It was $24.
Right, you can
You're
send
trying
me.
to save $12?
You can't send me half? It's just Chipotle. Like, you can't just send me half?
It's just Chipotle. It's not going to make you any broker or any richer by buying Chipotle.
I was really going to use the 12 and put some gas in my car and stuff like that, because I still got to take you back home, and I ain't really got it like that.
Okay, but you knew all these things. So if that was the case, live up under your means and stay home.
So, is you going to send me the 12 or not? I don't want to...
Absolutely not.
So you're just going to eat the food I bought and...
Let's make this make sense. Yeah, because you asked me on a date. Let's make this make sense.
I never asked you on a date.
You would have still needed to eat. You would have still needed to drive your car wherever you were going, so you would have had to use your own money. Or were you going to just use me to, like, I'm confused.
Nah, I was going to take you out. You feel me? Just to, like, it's the thought that counts.
So
like,
I basically took myself out.
He's right. It is the thought that counts. If a woman isn't willing to budge for $12, trust me, she won't spend $1 on you even if she becomes a millionaire. These types only want everything for themselves. Not recommended at all.
Take for true.
I'm gonna let you take me out on a date, but I'm gonna see where you take me.
What spots is off limits since you got all these high demands?
I'm not going to the Cheesecake Factory.
Why? Ain't nothing wrong with Cheesecake Factory.
Yeah, if it's connected to the mall.
What type of restaurants you want to go to?
Of course, I want to go to like Steak 48.
What do you bring to the table?
I bring lip gloss, my cell phone, and perfume.
So basically, you bring nothing.
I bring another man to the table that's gonna pay for everything.
Since you got in this car, basically, that's all you keep talking about. It's money, money, money.
Okay, I like money.
Say you literally like start falling in love with this dude, but you find out like, you know, he might can't go to Chanel, he might can't buy you Louis Vuitton, but he could, you know, treat you good as a man to a woman, you know what I'm saying?
But he can't provide.
I'm not saying he can't provide, but maybe he can't buy you luxury stuff and take you shopping.
I'm sorry, Bookie, but you gotta.
Again, huge red flag. Believe me, you don't want to fall for this trap. A girl like her who's already decided she's only going to be happy when her baby daddy is going to get her a Chanel bag will actually only be happy for those 5 minutes when she gets that bag. The rest of your life is going to be miserable.
Do you think height matters in a guy?
Yeah, I would say that to be my height or tall.
So it does matter?
Are you gonna put me on a scale?
Yes. All right, Miles Morales, it's the girl's turn.
I'm sorry, that's my bad. Y'all got it.
You know what else is your bad? Your calorie surplus, so cut down.
Date somebody that's over 30. An attractive woman that's over 30 and that's single, to me, is problems. Why are you single?
Yes.
You've had probably too many experiences with men, so you're carrying a lot of emotional baggage that I don't deserve to have to deal with. The older one gets, if they're not locked into a growth mindset early, able to take constructive criticism and pivot and want to be right, they're not going to change the older they get. They get more stuck in their ways, more brazen. They really think that they be telling people, but I'm like, but you're lonely. All right, strong woman.
It's one of these things where like you come to that realization that this works for you and this doesn't, and like, can you take that feedback and understand? Because as men, we have to do that.
He got that right. Men are not obliged to absorb women's emotional immaturities and bad decisions. Men deserve better. Men need to decide better.
I saw someone saying that the reason women struggle more with body image is because men have like multiple steps before they are considered fat, and women are either fat or skinny, and there's no in between.
I personally disagree. I think society's standards for men's bodies is equally, if not worse, than women's. Now, hear me out. When we look at men in pop culture, who do we see on the screen? We see extremely jacked, muscular men with low body fat. Here's one example, Wolverine, Hugh Jackman. Another example, Thor, Chris Hemsworth, absolutely massive traps climbing out of his body, biceps bulging. And we have Baywatch's Zac Efron, more of the same. These are the men that teenagers look up to, and I think it's a huge problem because what do all of these people have in common? They are all not natural. They're all taking some sort of steroids, some sort of performance-enhancing drug. Zac Efron himself has admitted to taking like prescription diuretics. Now, when you compare this to the women in Hollywood, yes, they're all beautiful, extremely skinny, probably starved themselves to get there. But I do believe that most of them are natural. I do not believe that many of these women on screen are taking performance-enhancing drugs that negatively affect their health. In other words, their bodies are achievable naturally, while the standards for men's bodies are not.
Men are equally vilified and body-shamed. In fact, women think it's even okay to do that. That's one of the main double standards of our era.
And contribute to my birthday dinner. Ooh. I invited 10 people. We were all just having a good time, you know, just ordering drinks and food. And then the bill came. The bill was $4,600.
$4,600? Oh, hell no. What the hell was y'all ordering? And what's the name of that goddamn restaurant? Cause I need to make sure that I bypass that.
Oh, what? But he literally pitched in $18.
Oh.
Well, hell, Victor, I need to hear this. Tell me your part.
Okay. Victor, I hope your ass wasn't eating up some and didn't pay.
Okay, well, let me tell you the truth. So basically, she went to a restaurant that she can't afford, and other people were there was ordering steaks, lobster tails, all that. And I looked at the menu. I knew I wasn't finna buy all that. So I bought calamari and a Sprite for $18. And that's what I gave her, and she looked at me crazy, and I looked at her crazy right back. Because I'm the only one with sense, baby.
Okay, Victor, you do got a point. Order within your goddamn budget. Case closed. Girl, your have been read your rights.
I made a video talking about how me personally, would not move in with a man if I was going to have to split the rent bill down the middle. And it went so viral. And I just want to address angry men that are like, septum ring theory, you're a lesbian, you probably drive a Subaru Outback, and you have daddy problems. It's like, really not that serious. And let me tell you guys something. Shock, horror, surprise. When my mother married my dad, he said, I know I love you because I want to take care of you. And they've been married and they are so happy and they are, yes, each other's best friends. And obviously they have a joint bank account, but my dad has always provided for that woman. My dad has built that woman a house with his bare hands. So if you think that you're gonna get me to settle for anything less than what I've watched my dad do for my mom, don't hold your breath.
The fact that women feel entitled might be understandable from some aspects, but the fact that they feel too entitled, which means they feel entitled just because that's how it is the topic of discussion and debate here. And it is even more so because society has jumped on the woke feminist bandwagon that calls for equality in every aspect of life, and yet still continues to support women to feel entitled to everything a man does, earns, and produces, is just perplexing, to say the least. Thanks for watching Latest Juice. Please show us your love by subscribing to this channel, and liking, sharing, and commenting on this video to help us make sure the juice is worth the squeeze.